Testing, testing. Are you receiving me? Hello, Imgeron. Looks like the levels are coming through at where they should be. I hope it sounds alright. Mountain Stream. How's it going there? I'm not quite sure why, but I can't see any desktop audio coming through at the minute. Never mind. Hey, those emotes. That's Malik V. That's an interesting one there. How's it going there too? Hopefully I can string a few sentences together. Music is waddling. Yeah, it's up a bit higher again. Ooh, a bit of clipping on the microphone there. Should be okay though. I might take it down just a teeny bit though. That's line in. Okay, let's wind that down to 90. Yeah, I've had a persistent cough all day, so I haven't been able to. So I couldn't do much earlier when I was normally meant to be on, just because I couldn't barely hold a sentence together and have an outbreak of coughing. But I'll give it a go now and see how we go. Also, because instead of streaming, I spent time doing PC upgrades. I mean, thinking about it for quite a while. Hey, it's Lloyd. How's it going there? Yeah, I've been thinking about doing some PC upgrades for a while, and I finally did it. I got a new i7-8700, and oh boy, is it powerful. Oh, it's so much better than the old one. It's crazy. There's an added benefit, though. Sentences are overrated. Sure. There's an added benefit. When I reloaded Steam, it actually pulled down everything that was stored in the cloud, which I turned off back when version 13 was a thing. So there's now all these autosaves from version 13, from the middle of version 13. Including a whole bunch of these, which are the missing saves from my bigger base. So the missing 0.13 save, which is in the middle of when I was upgrading the wall, is in there, which is pretty neat. Now, I've got to find the save. That one. I was going to keep it short today, just do some tidying up. Loop. How are we looking? There we are. With the streaming running, it's a little bit lower, but it's now running, instead of running at 35 UPS, it's now running at 55 thereabouts. It is so much better with this new system. Unbelievable. So this thing should be pretty well, yeah, it's pretty well fully going, and yeah, 45. Yeah, so nice, so nice, so nice, so nice, so nice. Hey. Future me problem, I just reminded myself, is redoing these labs. I really need to fully beacon and get those done. Hey, John Anderson, how's it going there? But I was thinking about doing just some general tidying up and decorating for now. Something that's long overdue. These numbers look awful squished. It's not my usual. Hang on a minute. Aha. Normally I have it just zoom and enhanced a little bit just to help with the size of text. Yeah, it's better. I hope it's actually readable. Yeah, I scale up the interface just so it's readable. A lot of the stuff is not really visible otherwise. Gets lost. Some other things I've been doing, tinkering about, apart from that, I think that was the last thing I did, was the oil base rebuild. I need to put another rocket fuel thing there, actually. Oh yeah, there it is. Started testing out some belt outposts, and it is showing promising in terms of UPS. There's a lot less active entities here now than there were before. There. Yeah. So it's fairly minimal. This is just the fluid entities that are active, otherwise it's almost completely inactive. Same deal over here. This is actually another one I set up just to test. So 32.8. And then you compare that with something like up here. You've got a consistent 1525, which is all the robo ports. They're constantly active. There's another one there. Over here, this iron outpost set up for belt mining, which is another test. So it's running pretty solidly right at the minute. Time for the outpost rebuild party soon. Yeah, see, it's 10, 15, 22, fairly low numbers. Then you come over here, bleh, just 200 per chunk minimum, 250 to 300, and that's all the bots. So it's definitely something in using belt outposts. This certainly does have the advantage that, like, if I wanted a 16 cargo wagon train or a 12 cargo wagon train, doing that by belt, or doing anything above 8 by belt, is a real headache, because you've got to do some kind of balancer. Yeah, because I've got the 8 lane there. And then it really needs to fill as many of those input belts as possible. And this one only just barely does it. I mean, I've got this little swapper thing there. I even taken half and half there. So there's a little bit more micromanagement involved in this one. But it certainly helps with the UPS though, compared to the bot outposts. So, I better turn that off. The thing that I'm keen to do is texturize the track. Something like this is what I had in mind. I had this in mind for a while and I wanted to test out. If anyone's got any other ideas, also feel free to shout them out, but otherwise I'll go with that one. It's a good mixture of all the different tiles that are available. I was wondering about using the unrefined concrete, maybe like around the poles, but I tried it out with something around the poles and it didn't quite work out. I didn't like the look of it. This doesn't get too out of control. I love how it transitions from the map icon into the actual train. Now, did I keep a blueprint of it? Nope, but I can make another one. What I'll do is I'll keep the outermost track. We just tick the tiles button. There. Give it that. And you've got to have the brick under the track. That just looks proper. There we go. Now, next step is to bring it all around. How the hell am I going to do that? I'm not sure yet. I did a test piece up here too. It takes a lot of stone, as it turns out. And considering that I want to run all the way along there, that's a lot of stone. And the advantage is too, I can slide along here, down here, across here, and do more of the same, cleaning up from the old 4-lane from a billion years ago to the modern 4-lane. With the spacing, apparently. What I might do, I'll convert this train over, if I can get the thingy to... Oh, actually, I've got a better idea. Yeah, I can't hear anything. Why is that? Is it... No? Default speakers? So where's all this sound? Like, it was working... Seriously, this was working no less than 10 minutes ago, like right before I started. I had a YouTube video going as well, and like there's no desktop sound anymore. Oh, there's Arkham's trouble. Open the creative control panel. No AX. Flexi jacks line in, not headphones. Otherwise your ears will be torn a new one. No headphone detection. See, I know I can hear the background music too, so I know everything's working the way it should be working. I might have to persist without it, possibly. Unless... Alright, I'll dare to touch it. I'll dare to touch it. Which usually ends badly. Usually ends badly. Like, I can't hear music anymore. Now I can't hear anything. Oh, there's that again. But I still can't hear it. Okay, it's finally finished gurgling. Yeah, everything except for the game. Then. Ow. Problem is when I reset it, it resets the line in to microphone mode. So there go my ears. Hurry up, load. Oh, that's loud. I don't know why it does that. It's really strange. There it goes, come down to a normal level. Oh, I guess we'll just live without then. Just kill my ears instead. No, I got that the wrong way around. So I wanted that. There. I'll get rid of all that. I'm going to plug these into each other. Because it's meant to be a trash train after all, or it was a trash train at one point in its life. Constant combinator? Blueprint? That'll do. Link them up. And now copy and paste. That actually reminds me, there was a blue circuit build I think I was experimenting with as well. Did I actually... Oh, apparently I did the entire thing. Yeah, so now blue circuits are fully beaconed. Allegedly. I think there's actually one row less. I didn't think I'd done the whole thing and saved it. I thought I did it as a test, and then I was going to do it again. That's a bit disappointing. Because I want to show that. Could show Brome that. Yeah, so this thing is now pumped up to maximum possible beacon speed. And it's got the inserter thingamajigama going on now. And so it's minimizing the inserter activity. Probably could benefit from a third green circuit inserter as well. There's But I think it's 2.2 per green belt as well. No chat appearing on stream. You're right, actually. Thanks for going to Fatboy Not So Slim. I don't think I said hey to you before. There was something else. Yeah, Shino. How's it going there? Sorry, I forgot about that while I was messing around with the audio. How's it going? And Mima. Yeah, oh, I know why. It's left over from the thingy. The blue circuit. There it is. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And that eats the 2 green belts each. In theory, the end ones don't need it because they get fractions. Or in theory, I can at least reduce it because of the fractions. Because this balancer here. It, yeah, turns 6 into... What does it turn 6 into? Oh, 6. Okay. Carry on then. I won't question it. Rebuilt your home theatre today whilst watching Will. Now relaxing. Wonderful. I do have 2 undergrounds before a splitter. Which one you mean? Also, that's impossibly loud now. There we go. 2 undergrounds. Where? It may be a blueprint error. Yeah, that's a blueprint error. There shouldn't be 2. There's an underground there. These 2. Might as well release them now. These things do... The cost of these things do add up. Yeah, the end goal is to convert this entire base over to full beaconing. There should be enough room to do it, because it will expand the width of the builds. I'd need to move... Is there more down here? Yeah, it repeats. Interesting. Yeah, so I may have to move rocket parts hard up against the railway line, so will involve a fair amount of rework, which could get interesting. I actually hope it does fit. Otherwise, then I've got to ripple everything back again. Yep, there we go. Okay. Well, the stream is all about doing the tidying up, so it makes sense. Now, let's test you. We'll put a signal on, and it looks like they've all turned on. Excellent. So we'll just turn that off. Now, misaligned beacons. Hey, Bilka. So how much of each is in there? So mostly brick. Now when you say misaligned beacons, do you mean these, because they're on a different grid, or do you mean these? Or what is it specifically? I'm not sure what to do with red circuits as well. It could benefit from full beaconage, but it does need the thing here. That thing. It's a technical term. Yeah, this one needs to be done over as well. is it different anyway? Oh, it doesn't use the height, right. Admittedly, though, it does get quite long. Although it's not the longest. If I do fix it up. Okay, you're happy. Now we need brick here. Let's make those 3 brick. Let's make you concrete as well. You're nothing. I'll make that wall. I'll make that brick as well. And the previously promised wall. I'll make that 200. It does stack in less. Now, where did brick come from? Down here somewhere. I had the impression it could shovel a little bit more in than what it is doing. What is it, just like 4 inserters to pull all off a blue belt. There we go. There we go. Copy paste that. There we actually go. Yeah, good old underground fixes all the problems. Three can be enough. Really? You have to really get it to swing as little as possible. Get it to do that. I think that's where it's losing out here. Yeah, we have nearly 3k. Which is nice. Still not quite running max out, but that doesn't matter. Why we get no refined concrete? We are getting refined concrete, it's just this build is particularly slow. Ooh, I saw you going yellow there and trying to drop frames. It's moving through barrels of water. I cap that. I post a link of the setup. Alright, let's have a look. Not actually sure if you're regular or not. Oh yeah. Let's have a look at that. Ah, yeah, I see. Yeah. It had to be side loading or something to achieve that. I bet that's relying on some of the quirks of undergrounds too. Okay, it's got... Oh, it does stack in 100. For some reason I thought it stacked in 50. They are smart. Dare I manual drive it? What could possibly go wrong? I'll just go very slow. Just grandma this thing. Oh yeah, I did actually, before I go too far, let's turn the accumulator back on. There we go. That should speed things up a bit. Yeah, I can feel it already. It's back up to 50. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. That command, for those who haven't seen it before, just disables nuclear power. When I say nuclear power, it disables the fluid entities for nuclear power. And so now it's still consuming the nuclear fuel, but it's not generating power directly. It's now relying on the electric energy interface. Zoom, zoom. You can see the back end of that train again. Here we are. So, nope, didn't touch anything. It's all good. Actually, I have an idea. I have one of those idea things. See, I could reverse into here. Well, no, not into there. Up there. There it goes. Oh, that's right. There was a bug fix related to... Please stop. Yes. Do that. Oh, you had to come right at that moment. Right at that very moment. One job. If I give you a chain, will you go around the other way? Yes. All characteristics and anomalies of belts and inserter interactions are entirely features, not bugs. There we go. See, everything is fine. What are you worried about? So now I can paint all this down. Actually, not having the sound is probably a good thing. It's too bad it doesn't work under here anymore. That makes the coverage area. Can I actually... not quite. Actually, if I was in the middle track, I might be able to reach it all. At least... like I was trying to... Yeah, there we go. Now just got to wait forever for the bots to charge because the fusion reactors can't cope with running roboports. Nothing can cope with running roboports. And we're out just like that. I should have actually dropped a third one in. Or a fourth. But they're still only 750 kilowatts each. They really should be like 1.2. Because this thing, was it 3.5 each? So you really can't support them. I suppose I better clear the track. Yeah, I think going back and getting Some more reactors might be a good idea. Yeah, I have some ideas for sorting out the power armor, so I might try them out as a mod and see how it goes. I had an idea about having the armor having their own internal battery capacity, or their own internal energy storage. That way you don't need to unlock oil to start using them. Doubling the ports. If anything, less robo ports would be better, because that reduces the amount of charging that it needs. It reduces the power demand. It's really weird not having any sound. I still have to know why it's not working. On account of it was working like right before, up until I started actually turning on the stream. Let's cancel out that and that. Actually, I can do that manually. It's just not the same without that loud thumper 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 sound. Or clunker clunker clunk. Intentionally played with no sound for Factorio for months now, so you prefer it? Oh, okay. Some of the sounds can be annoying. A lot of the sound design isn't the most amazing in the world. Oh yeah, those alerts you can actually turn down. That's a chest. That's what we call a victory pole. It's like the bots fend for themselves. Actually, that's a good idea to check. Let's volume. Gotta be careful with it, because I still gotta be able to hear it somehow. But not be so loud as to be really obnoxious. Now, that. Who are you? It also occurred to me that this thing's not rotationally symmetric. Oh dear. Easy solution. It'll be fine. I'll deal with it. I suppose the solution is just to make sure you have more trashing than you do inserting, and then it's all good. What are you? You're concrete. You're more concrete. wall. There we go, all good. All good in the neighborhood. A little bit light on the old refined concrete still. All of the brick in the world though. I'm probably still making, yeah, that stuff. Hey-oh! Then with the 4 bits there. Thank you very much. Why didn't that go off? To the thingy McThing thing. Yeah, since the reinstall, I've got to poke a lot of things with a stick while I think of it. That thing. Huh. That should help it. Okay, how are you bots doing? Hey, 4 of them have arrived, 5 of them have arrived. There they are. Oh, I move so slow now. The advantage of the robot speed being what it is means that even bots without a charge move pretty damn fast. So it's easy enough for them to catch up. Yeah, that's all of them. Alright then. This time, I should send myself, let's go to trash OB. There. I'll use that as the turnaround point. Oh, it's going to go up. I was hoping it'd go around the bottom. I guess we'll go around the top. It's a good thing I got nothing really on me for the blueprint. Speaking of blueprint, can I find it in time? There it is. Haha. Got the whole lot. Bye, bots. You'll be missed. Apparently that's ghosted too. Please don't remove anything from my train, please. Please also go back around the top. It would seriously help. Yes, go that way. Now wait there. There we go. Hey, it's Jambo. How's it going there? What's up? Not much. Just testing out the upgraded PC. Yeah, 3K and 44, 45 UPS, it's glorious. And then also just doing some base cleanup. Finally decorating the railway track. Haven't done it. Been meaning to do it for so long. And wanting to do it for so long. Fixing it from the old broken concrete that was there. It's a bit sudden, the upgraded PC, but it's something that I've just quietly been wondering about for a very long time. Grab some more of that. Grab some more water. Where do we go? Mostly, I'm actually accumulating concrete. You see, the charge is still going down. I could always just mod in a better reactor, like right now. Ah, it's done. I'll grab some more brick though, from the back. I'll try and empty it as well. So that's the first section done. I'm going to do the straight sections first, and I'll come back to the T-intersections. So I'll need a little bit more finesse. Okay, you're not coming up. Need to go that way. I don't need to crash into that train. That would generally be considered what is called bad. Hey Voske, how's it going there? Long time no see. What's going on there? Are we out of bricks yet? Doing good? Wonderful. Just a quick drop in. Oh, at this rate I'm going to run out of water pretty quick. Plain C block. She called headache block. Oh, that's right. I saw the announcement you were doing it, but I didn't get to check it out. I meant to. Usually comes up as a funny time though for me. Oh yeah. About 2 hours from now is when that sort of minimum finishes. That's when Europe isn't in that early morning and the US starts waking up. Actually, I might have that wrong. It might be now. EU now, yeah, EU now is midday. That means it is now. That means US is waking up about now. Let's get some more of that wall down. Delicious, delicious wall. You know, if I cleaned out the blueprints and other junk that I was carrying, like all that belt that I was carrying for that belt mining adventure, I'd actually have capacity. Uh, Speaking of, there we go. The poor bots. It is actually more effective to use to place it down by hand than it is to place it by bots. So it's not surprising in the least. I should remove the trees too while I'm at it. Just make that trees rocks only. Just make sure to clear them out. This is meant to be for tidying up as well. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Get some of that wall down. It's never efficient to put down concrete. Just beautifully, yes. Come on, wall. Let's grab a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to be short on refined concrete, I think, for the majority of this adventure. Is that a rock or what is it? It's a lump. Ah, yeah, we go. It's a lump of land. It got cleaned. There we go. That's getting it done in a hurry. I suppose I could remove this tile from the blueprint. Oh, I made it gapage. Made it gapage. Made a gap. Hey, Mr. Drummer. How's it going? Haven't popped in a while. Not to worry. How's it going there anyway? Some more trees to get rid of. More at it. Just here in the base. Seems to be holding 3,200 steadily. Yeah, oh, a bit under actually. I think that's furnaces holding it up. Yeah, only 1k, so it'll be furnaces, which is production pack. Yeah, see, production packs. They're not getting enough steel, I believe it was. Last time I checked. Or there isn't enough assemblers, one or the other. I had to redo this. Last month, your little 14-year-old niece. Oh, wow. What happened? That's horrible. If you want to talk about it, that is. Oop, 20. Oh. pretty full on. I'm trying to think of something to say. I think we're all here for you. Um, hmm. I have a bit of a thing with words like that because I know a lot of people can say. Because I know people have been through it before, and people tend to say very canned responses, and that's why I have trouble saying it because I don't want to say something that just sounds canned. Like those. To give an example would be that the thoughts and prayers stuff you get on Facebook, which is just a generic canned response that people make. Like I try and shy away from that. So I'm not very good at giving the right words at that sort of situation. Thousands of people came on the streets for her and all of her school friends. That's pretty crazy. That's like crazy full on. It's not very often you see that. I don't remember the last time that happened here too. So it has happened on occasion. It seems I'm out of brick again. See, this makes you want to play Factorio again. Can't wait for the next release. Yeah, the next release will be good. I don't think it's a bad thing to get it off your chest and just air it out. Like, you don't have to shy away for these sorts of situations. Like, I try to keep the channel positive, but I think this is a good kind of situation where you try to keep it positive, help each other out. That sort of thing. Thing that I'm not very good at. Hey, Squishy! With a silent subscription there. Thank you very much. Got a bit of sub hype going on in chat there. Something to turn it around. Oops, wasn't all train. Oh yeah, because the desktop sound's not working, so it's not playing any noises. Yeah, that's the real nasty part. So they just insist that that was the cause. How are we doing on productivity? Nearly 1,000. Just wanted to cross fast to catch a train to school because she had a warning for it. Oh, it's actually launching in sync, is it? Finally. Most of the time it doesn't. Or is it there? Yeah, it is actually. It looks like it is launching in sync. For a change. It's finally fallen in sync. Usually it's like 7 out of 8. There's poor trains behind me. They're on the oil trains. Yeah, I synchronized the silos actually on the original version of this base, which was only one red belt of each science pack, and I've maintained the system ever since when I expanded it. I'll go check it in a sec and see what's going on. There we go. Let's head back. Ah, yep. What mods am I using? Just using a little mod, which I think it's exclamation mark mods. I always forget my own commands. Which is a mod I made for to let me change the train penalties. So to synchronize them, what I'm doing is reading the contents of this chest here, and on top of that, I'm averaging it out. So I was trying to maintain, I think, about 2,000 packs in each chest. And so you'll see these different lights flashing on as it's trying to balance it out. No, that's for the other playthrough. Nope, you see that the lights just came on. So this one's trying to empty out. So 7 out of 8 are ready to launch. They've fallen below the threshold, which is 2,500 apparently. There we go. So now the light's on and they're all launching. Yeah, so I'm reading the contents of the chest and then averaging out the unload, so they all decrease at roughly the same rate. How do we get them out of sync? Yes, they need to be fully supplied for them to stay in sync. Currently they seem to be okay, but that remains to be seen for how long. Could actually run up a longer belt buffer on them too. How's it going there, Steely You also? Yes, now they've all launched. I'm going to start charging up again and balancing out. That one's yellow because I told it to be yellow for some reason, but I didn't do it to any others. Yeah, so the trigger threshold is 2,500. Because it's 3,200 per minute that it consumes, 2,500 is not that, like, it's pretty insignificant. It's not even 8 minutes worth of production. Yeah, so the average comes down here. So the 1 through to 8 is the contents of the chests. So you can see 2 and 5, 3 and 1, they're all at 3k. So when you calculate the average, when it falls, yeah, so when each one falls below, each one of these lights comes on, and it gets passed through here at the same time. And then once there's 8 of them, all 8 of them are below, it then triggers the launch signal, which tells them to fire. There is a failsafe, and that is if the chest falls below, I think 500 here, it'll just forcefully insert a satellite. So if something's going wrong and it's not wanting to average properly, like if there's a problem with one of the silos or something, or I don't know, like a problem with the low density structure supply, there's a lot of things that can cause issues, then it will just fire off a rocket anyway. And that makes the whole system reasonably stable. 2,700. Number 7, I think, will be this one here. Will be last to be ready. You'll see the lights come on as it falls below. So 2600s. 2600, number 1. Who will be first? Number 1 maybe? Or number 3? I have a feeling... Oh no, number 2. Actually, I think that one's number 1. No, it corresponds. Yeah, it corresponds to the position. So yeah, 7 out of 8. And then as soon as that green light comes on, you should see this in swing. There it goes. See all these satellites insert a swung. Heading out in Jamble there. I'll catch you later then. Yeah, you see how they're dropping out as the packs are being inserted. Have it on. How's it going there? Alright, we're back here again. Don't need them there, those concretes. Oh dear. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. On the way 0, that's what we like to see. Junk some of that. Don't need that. I don't know why I'm carrying around laser turrets for. I like carrying around radars. Oh yeah, I've got to restore combat bots at some point. They're a handy little thing to carry. I'm not going to use those ever again. Just go as far as to actually position that there. What else can go there? Yeah, roboports. Did I put it in the wrong spot? What do you got? 700, 700. Just keep it busy for a while. Oil, 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 trash oil, trash oil. You're off, aren't you? Yes. Very well then. How can I send it? Or darest I manual drive it again? What could possibly go wrong with this? Assert dominance and it'll be fine. Train crash imminent. It's not going to be that bad, surely. Let's grab that. Oh. I don't want brick under the wall. It's funny how it used to, back in the version 12 days, it would be, You have to put the brick under the wall, now you don't. That should get it going. Oh, run out. Ah. Hello, train. That lubricant train might be important. I'm not quite sure how to do junctions yet, too. Or still. Hello, train. You're trying to kill me, aren't you? You really shouldn't do that. How many trains do I have? I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I don't have the commands of it, on hand to count the number of trains. I think it's about 300. Something like that. Most of them are ore trains. I'll just do something like that. Yeah, I did have it. Train. It's the little ones that get you, you know. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Boy, the scares extend. Oh, you had to put me on the far side. Rude. It's actually tempting to connect this whole track network to the main Roboport network and just have the bots do it that way. But I have a feeling that's not a good idea. That's what they call, in technical terms, not a good idea. Do it? I suppose it wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, let's do that. It also occurs to me I can, if I was doing the south end of the train network, I could do it using the solar network too. There's that train again. I wonder if I can recruit Brit as well. A professional concreter. Do it in sections. That was how I did it last time, actually. What was it? It was a track up here. I laid out roboports and a whole lot of storage chests to pull up all the concrete and track. What the hell was it? It was somewhere around here. I see a train. Ah, it's the top track. Burp out some brick. I'm going to have to crank up the concrete production though. The only issue is it does require iron ore, and I'm not exactly swimming in iron ore. I've got all that done at least. That whole top stretch. I don't fear crossing the track at all. I do fear crossing that track, however. Hey Minix, how's it going there? Will you be fixing electric poles for better base looking? Yeah, I want to as much as possible. Get rid of as many medium poles as possible. That are still in the base. I'm trying to line more beacons and such. But the goal for now is mainly just to tidy up the train network. Let's keep moving. These trains are very keen to keep moving. Especially since like I'm holding up a plastic and a lubricant train, so it's going to affect the base if I hold them up for too long. Sucking game, mind blank. Ha! Are those two tracks in the same direction on separate networks? I could do that, but it is just, lane swappers are a bit of a problem. Oops, that was a lubricant train. They tend to hurt more than they help. I actually have a track counter to prove it. Oh, as soon as I clean this up. There we go. Now, down here, I actually did an experiment with a lane swapper down here, which was on these two tracks down the bottom with the original right to left tracks of the 4-lane main line that was here. And you can tell this because the third one is 98,000 trains across it. But the second one is only 47,000. And the reason for that is there was a lane swapper just after the track counter. And what was happening is that all of the trains were coming down this one track, completely ignoring this one, and then taking the lane swapper. And that's the problem that lane swappers create. Is you suddenly have all of the trains. What happens before the lane swapper that's the problem. Is that they see this one as now much more favourable than the bottom one. I hate when blueprinting robots keep messing up the wires. Yeah, if it's dependent on it, then yeah. But yeah, that's the issue with lane switching. Oh, I mean temporary. The train park there's temporary as well. Yeah, wire placement like this here, which is a bit of a pain to fix. Did I fix this or was it... I think I fixed that one. But what you want, stuff like this here, well, not so much that, but this, like the blue circuits and the red circuits and the green circuits. I think that's just for powering robots, here it is. You can tell I blueprinted all of them by the matching stubs. I better move. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm a great rhymer, Factorio. Are you sure about that? 159k, that's how much it produces maximum. So that produces 159,000 green circuits. All of the builds are labelled how much they produce. You know I'm manual driving right now. There's 15 different kinds of lethal. Ooh. That could have been the dangerous one. Ah, got it. And bam. No, bam. Yeah, so this green circuit, all of these four green circuit builds produce 159,000 green circuits per minute maximum. So 31,000 red circuits per minute, 5,620 blues, 2,900 those things, speed modules, 198,000 copper, 12,000 brick, 288,000 iron plate, 36,000 steel, which is actually 16 blue belts, 2,400 control units, 2,700 those things. It's not marked, but it's sort of implied. The packs 3,200 of each, or 2,900 in the case of production packs, on account of them not having enough furnaces, because only 1,000 being made-ish. Because I need to hurry up and fix that build. I think last time we watched was when you were making that fully compressed red belt of one. Oh yeah, I finished that when just a bit after 16 came out. And I was like, okay, 16 brought the game back up to 60. I'm going to make 2 now. And so the UPS went back down to 30. Choose to forget the electric pole view exists. So do I. I mean, not just because of the clutter that it generates. So what is it actually waiting on? I'm genuinely curious. It's not waiting on concrete, I don't think. Or is it? Or is it steel? What do you need? 1 steel, 8 sticks. 24 sticks, 24 sticks. 20 concrete. Oh, it is concrete that's waiting on. Huh, how about that? Remember that time when I nuked all those chests of concrete? I'm kind of regretting that now, in a small way. Only a small way, because it was concrete still. I had to get rid of it somehow. But I can... There's plenty to be reclaimed, though, around the map. Like over there. How about I extend the 4-lane over there? Need some track. Should do it. Alright, bots. Hello, bots. How are you doing today? How was your transcontinental flight back to my personal roboport? What did I just see? And crash. Alright, floor it, assert dominance. Nothing can possibly go wrong. One hopes. So far so good. No crashes yet. No trains coming down, this is good. One train coming down, this is going the other way. It was too late to stop even if I wanted to anyway. No oil trains, no uranium trains, good. Oil train. Let's jump in while I can. Safe, I hope. There. Alright. While I'm here, just tidy up this. Yeah, hello train. Worst. I might just shift click this. Let's make the bots do the work. I suppose I could keep this little gap here concrete. Something like that. How does that look? I do like the different layers that you get now. Oops. Yeah, like that. Ah. Can't say I'm convinced. Three types of paths? Yes. There's brick, concrete, and refined concrete. Refined concrete was fairly recently added. As a result, because there's also refined concrete, there's now refined hazard concrete here. Yeah, so you got the brick which has the hexagonal thing going on, which makes it tends to blend in well as like a gravel. The concrete, which is the bluish grey blocks, and then the refined concrete, which is the more sort of consistent looking concrete slabs. I think that's better, the way to go. There. Ah, no train. Yeah, you get an even bigger speed boost on refined concrete, which is really nice. Okay, let's bring the brick down, bring the brick down. Hello. What are you doing down here? 200 trains. I think it's more like 300, in all honesty. I don't know for sure, because I don't have the command on hand. Do I? Did I copy it? Let's see now. It's you. Factorio. Commands. Let's see. Pollution removal, resources, bots charging, craft a will. Peaceful mode, expansion, the magic exterminator. Well, formerly exterminator fun times command, it's now the Kyle Wright fun times command. That's the belt stats. No, I don't have it. Because I asked Smart and forgot to transfer my old bookmarks. I don't have any of that stuff anymore. Oh, out of brick. Open tone tab, count rows. There's a lot of rows. I think it's a can command which had it. Actually, that could be blueprinted. While that's charging, train counter to file. That's a hey, entity. Oh, you got your own you got your own emote now. Neat. I would probably need Can's actual pastebin link. I think it's one of his. Haha. See if I can find the link. Ghost rail build. Yeah, I'm gonna replant it. I'm relaying the track properly. As I say, I forgot to copy bookmarks. So it's actually a lot of stuff that I've lost now. I've got to figure out how to recover old bookmarks and such from an old Firefox install. Do I have an account synced? No. All the stuff should be in the JS folder. It looked like it was encrypted. From what I saw. Yeah, paste over you horrible, horrible things. Trees. Couldn't remember what they were. Not you. That. Where's my straight-a-majig? Alright, let's start from the top. I'll have a look again. See how it happens. Yeah, as I say, it looked like they were encrypted. So I couldn't do much. I think it was the cookie data and the stuff like session data, passwords, that sort of thing that was all encrypted. Oh, I need to link to Can's pastebin. Chrome? Ugh. I'm starting to really get tired of this no sound already. Let's get rid of some of this concrete while we're at it. It's interesting, I threw some of that concrete on the ground there. I'm gonna have to run a item on ground thing. There is actually a lot of items on ground from File too. No clue how to fix. The sounds, I'm not sure what happened. Because as I say, it was working before I started, and then I started, and then it stopped working. Like, all sound isn't working. All desktop sounds. I think it might have been rerouted to the... No. That makes no sense. Because it is being routed to desktop. It's not being routed to one of the other outputs. No idea. Yeah, I did several test runs and it all worked. That's the really frustrating part. Okay, just massage some more brick down here. Silent concrete pasting. Probably a restart will fix it or something like that. Could argue that this is your Linux experience of audio. No, I'm not on Linux. I'd argue that if you were, that's what it would sound like. Linux Mint. Isn't that the distribution which brute force does everything for you? I don't understand why it's been such a persistent problem. An object that I reminded Devonian hates my deck. It's not limited to one distribution. Like, Fedora was my desktop of choice, and it had a lot of problems too. I actually sort of left Linux behind when SUSE went down. Was it SUSE? Oh, there was a few others that were promising at the time, and they sort of dematerialized. Can you make some mod like electric train? I could, but there's a fellow by the name of Lucifer Sepaniani who's done one for you. It is on the mod portal. I think it's called Lucifer's Trains. Hey, Green. How's it going there? That mods command is for a different playthrough, the Factorio Extended Plus playthrough. It doesn't apply to this map. This map has another mod that I made, just modifies the train path penalties. You're a Slackware person. Yeah, this is intended to be a minimal mod playthrough, this mega base. So it's 3,200 of each science pack per minute, using as much vanilla as possible. Hey, Estimo Turtle, how's it going there? Buy concrete, buy concrete, buy concrete. I'm gonna have this huge surplus of concrete. I love the completely random pattern the bots leave. It's great, isn't it? Why don't I do that? That would make a hell of a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Technically, if I was to blueprint this, it would do it more or less for me. But at the same time, eh. Ooh, a victory pole. I've jammed that thing up pretty solid. Oop. You're full of concrete, and you're full of concrete. And you're reasonably full of concrete. Yeah. I don't know why, I've never really been a fan of Debian and the whole system. Apt-get and all that. I think it's because it's a bit of a brute force way of doing things. Trees. Oh well. This is one of those cases where you put down a storage chest and a bunch of roboports and some bots. "15, 20 years ago, the USB keyboard thing." I'm trying to think. 15, 20 years ago. I know a lot of early days of USB, there were problems. I'm trying to remember. I think by about 2003, I know I could reliably plug a USB keyboard and mouse into a Windows PC, and I would actually get a result which would reasonably resemble a working peripheral. Peripheral. It's a little bit high. Why such a big gap between the rails? I'm catching up. So the theory between this particular arrangement, if I can find an example which is not covered by radar. So yeah, so I've got the wide gap, which gives room for turning lanes in the T intersections. And so what happens is when a train wants to turn, it pulls off the line And if it needs to stop, it doesn't impede the trains that are going straight through. It doesn't interfere with them. This isn't the best example on account of it being jammed, and also that's the wrong length. But yeah, so it's part of this sort of system that I've got going here. Hey, Diablo Gamer, more faster, more faster, more faster. A better example would be here. So you see the trains... It's not really busy enough anyway. But yeah, the trains that want to go round here, they just pull off to the side, get out of the way. Trains that want to go across that way, they pull off here into their own little section ready to go across. And if they get stopped, then any train following that wants to go the other way can keep going. Significantly improves throughput by doing this sort of stuff. When did the more faster start? I had no idea. Yeah, it's a keyboard thing. Love to be in 7 virtual machines, otherwise Gen 2. Gen 2 was one I tried to like. Fun 20 years ago. Win98 and USB is a bit hit and miss, to put it mildly. But it was something that wasn't quite figured out back then. I think the issue was more BIOS than Windows itself. Because that was the thing I was leading to, because for the longest time was getting BIOS to detect the keyboards reliably that was the problem, more so than Windows misbehaving. Something worse than having to do something in BIOS and it won't detect the keyboard for whatever reason. Get these trees out of the way. Add stackers before intersection. Another mining productivity. Getting there to 500. And more of that crap. I really need to connect this track up. It's not bad. 60 EPS at 2,500 packs per minute. I am somewhat starting to regret marking all of that for deconstruction. Only somewhat. At present. Come on, come on, take away that tree. I took away the tree that wasn't blocking anything. Take away there we go. I knew you could do it. Now just take away that tree. You can do it! I think it started with the sim map, the more faster thing. Nuke the tree. It's not a bad idea. Just about I don't have any on me. Just gotta get through this patch of trees. There we go. Almost there, almost there. Hey. Hey. Ah, more trees. Hey, Snib. thought you weren't supposed to stream according to the timer. Yeah, I was supposed to stream 14 hours ago, but I wasn't feeling well. I could hardly talk. So I'm making up for it now with a little stream tidying up this base. Don't know yet if I'll go tomorrow, if I'll do my other base or something, or back to this or something else entirely. Hey Samith, how's it going there? How's it going? Not bad. Still a little bit sick. Sort of kept me from, as I was just saying, kept me from streaming earlier. The 14 hours ago. But we're here now. Nope. Requires the old shift click. Full of wood. There's probably a joke in there somewhere. Two red belts. Yeah, one of those two. I don't know which one I want to do yet. Okay, let's get these attached. And then run, because there's going to be a lot of trains zooming through very quickly. Tidy that up. It might be. Is this two red belts? This is two red belts. We're only running... Yeah, we're almost out because of all the train jams. Alright, I've got to get this track up now. Unfortunately. I just got to make sure I don't stand on the track in the process. Hello, train. Still a gap. Ah, it's up there. Hey, Silkja. How you doing? There it is. It's dead. I actually need to do that, as it turns out. Because I'll completely redo it. Well, that was a waste of time. Oh well. There's nothing stuck this way, is there? Maybe. It's probably in my best interest to fix this track up down here. Cancel that. I should have put some thought into it first, eh? Oh well. Ah. The chat thing stop. Yeah, because I can see stuff here. There it goes. Gave a comment on the last upload. Ah, I haven't checked comments yet. Do first, think later. That's the way you gotta live life, eh? Alright, let's junk things. Let's do one of them smart things as well and connect all of the inserters together. Disconnect that. Plug. Autosave. Really want to see more extended? Ah. There might be a little bit of a wait for the next one. I think there's 4 more, at least, this queued up. Just because I'm trying to catch up on all the uploads. But they'll be there. I got to get the processing the videos rolling again as well. Hopefully it'll take, now that I've got a new computer, hopefully it'll take a lot less time. No, you. Stop swinging. Stop swinging. So in theory, when I turn off this thing, these will start swinging again. Or at least that's the dream. Signal here on Twitch. Ah. Were we able to watch them all? Because there was a lot of muted stuff. Yeah, this one's... You know what? Oh, I ain't having that either. It's only anybody's favourite, that. Now the shuffle's just trolling. Okay, everything's empty. Off. And swing, 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 swing. Swing. Yeah, the YouTube one's fine though. So if you're keen to see the stuff that isn't muted, the parts that aren't muted, it's up there now. So how's this cooking now? Ah. Hello. See, it's falling behind. Because these are ready to launch, but the silo itself is not ready. Ah, high tech. Batteries, sulfuric acid. One's heading... yeah, they were both the acid trains were probably jammed up. Which makes sense, really, when you think about it. Let's see now. Those two are ready, those two are ready. Fortunately... these haven't fallen down yet. Yeah, 3.2 to 2.4. Interesting. Aha, they're ready. So it's going to balance itself out. So it has fallen all out of whack, and it's pulling itself back in line again. Yeah, so to bring the ones that are too high down. Looks like that's going again. Yep, 3,000. Just these two. Yeah, look at them go down. They're already down to 2,700. Everything else. Some of those down to 2,400. Because of the way the averaging works, it's not perfect. I'm just keen to see them all. Okay, one to go. Keen to see them all launch at once again. silently. No less. There it goes. See all the red inserters go. And off they go. Whee! It's so pretty. Does it all go up at once? So glad your name shows up. It's map view as well, so you won't get deafened by it. Dare I race that to 1k? It is a lot. Thrasho beer. This thing gained its own train again. It got the plate train, delivery train back. So it's not using the trash system to deliver stuff anymore. Go on the 300k grid range, how long a train going to take to reach there? Do you mean to travel 300,000 tiles? It's a long way. It's like Moarian distances. Although I don't think it's actually that far out. Pinch some of them. And some of them. Just a few more for some good measure. That'll do. I know Jamurian was going to the edge of the world, but I don't know how far he's made it. Oh yeah, that was actually my map too. There's an even funnier part about it. Yeah. Hello, Iron Train. How you doing today? I'm just gonna peek my nose through. Nope. Back up. How about now? Ooh. No. Ah. That was a close one. There we go. We'll put it on auto for that one. I don't actually know which way I'm going. I suspect I want to turn here. Can I make it across? I hope. There. Almost there, almost there. Train. Train. Stay train. Good train. Yeah, that reminds me though, that Samlander playthrough was pretty crazy in the end. A poor depleted oil patch. Abandoned and unloved. Is that a coal train? Yes. Indeed was. Stop. Alrighty. Get some of the manual pasting down again. I need to do a diagonal blueprint now. I'll get onto that as soon as I do this bit. I will need to come up with some solution. For the refined concrete, produce it faster. So why the bigger space between the tracks? This is to allow for turning lanes or anything else you want to insert in the middle of the track. I was actually just showing before that the spacing fits another pair of tracks just in here. And so it becomes a set of dedicated turning lanes for like a T-junction. But you can use it for anything else. You could put a pack station in the center. You could put like a whole outburst in the center if you were so inclined. You can do all kinds of things with it. This is my super high speed blueprints. So I'm using it for really high throughput main lines. Otherwise I just use the normal 4-lane stuff. I'm thinking about bringing these two together and sort of combining them as well. I need to do something about this. It's technically not on grid. I think that's one of those future me problems though. Because technically this whole junction here is off grid. I'm probably in for a surprise when I discover that this is all off grid or something too. Not that it matters that much. Let's see now. Can I? Nope, no I can't. This is when diagonal walls would be rather nice. How about... no. There it goes. Why wasn't I doing it before? This big neat space between them. It does give a bit of a something interesting for decoration too. And somewhere for Exterminator to hide, if he ever visits this map. I wonder if I can get him back on this map. Oh, I just trapped myself out. Nope. I think that does it. Well, at least I hope it does. It's painty, painty, paint. That's just terrible. What the hell was that? nice. I've done it like that. Where one tile touches, one tile doesn't. Yeah. There we go. Let's hope this is enough for a blueprint. I'm covering quite a large area, but I do need to cover quite a large area for a blueprint, because the blueprint's square and all. Fences on diagonal. Oh, it is the worst. I do wish the walls had the ability to move, to connect diagonally. Ugh. Oh, and isn't that something? Just get it either way. It needs to be on a different angle to the railway track. I wonder if I put a bug report in for that. Oh, technically it is actually. I might inquire about it. Oh no, you don't place that. There we go. Hey! 481. If Factorio do like SimCity, it'd be nice. Production for each neighbor, launch rocket. It reminds me of the what was that mod called? Not, well, it wasn't a mod. It was actually a scenario, which tried to do that. What was it called? It was in version 14. It was made for version 14. It's quite fun. Oh yeah, I see. Multiple individual player spawns. Ugh. Ugh. That's not brick. That's brick. Okay. It's a really weird scenario actually. The OIRC scenario had RSO integrated into it, so you didn't need to load the RSO mod. I'm not quite sure how they did that. I mean, in theory it's possible, but I thought there was things that RSO needed that only a mod had access to. So I'm not quite sure what it did. Can you explain logistics? Anything specific? Do you mean just logistics robots in general? Logistics in general? The concept of logistics? The idea of moving something from A to B? Or logistics system? I'll just grab a blueprint of that, if I can. The train doesn't murderize me in the process. Attack Bear with a 3-month resub there. Thank you very much. Sorry, the notification's not sounding. As soon as I started, the sound stopped working. All desktop audio. Yeah, thank you very much for the resub there. Tiles. Ah, thank you. I can't believe I didn't even notice that. Things that bounce around you, that'd be the logistics robots then. If I can grab this. Get rid of that and that. Okay. There we go. So the logistics robots, you're giving them after unlocking oil, but they don't really become incredibly useful. Well, you get the construction bots early on. They do the construction for you, essentially, which is what these guys are doing now. They come from these... They are managed by these things called personal roboports. These are actually the Mark II personal roboports. And so they're looking after these bots for the personal... Yeah. As far as base goes... the logistics bots, what they try to do is primarily the system operates around these blue requesting, what are called requester chests. These are blue. If I turn the alt view off, you'll be able to see that. And so if you set this to request something, and in this case it's 200 railway track. And so what the logistics bots will do is then search the entire network for any that are around in any other chest, any of the other chests, to fulfill that request. So they'll want to try and fill these chests. And so the same goes with all these others. And so that's where the other chests come in. So it'll first sort of search purple chests. Purple chests are a bit of a special case, active provider chests. And then it searches the storage chests, which are sort of a dumping ground for any random item that the bots may be carrying or moving. And then there's also the passive providers, the red chests. The red chests are probably the... Red and blue chests are probably the two most important ones. The red chests are what you normally use to insert items into the network. As I say, purple ones are a bit of a special case, because when you put items into a chest, they just become available. So they're like a normal chest, but a logistics robot can take from them. The purple chest is a special one because it will try to force the robots to empty its contents. So if you're not careful with them, you can jam up the network. You can flood the network with items. And then a storage chest, if the bots don't have anywhere to put something, so if you use your trash slots, those items has to go somewhere, and so you would put them into a storage chest. The only other one is a buffer chest, which is... Hey, kinda well. Doing it all wrong? Maybe a little bit. The buffer chest is a combination of a requester and a provider at the same time. The logistics bots will try to fulfill its requests, but they can also use them to fill requester chests if they have any requester chests. There's actually a tick box that lets you enable or disable that option in provider chests, whether they pull from buffer chests. And construction bots can also use these to fulfill any construction requests. And so these are really good as relay points I think that just about covers it for logistics bots. For the most part, it's pretty straightforward. The main thing is when you're setting up storage chests, just have them in a central location. Don't scatter them about randomly. Other than that, you would just use requested chests, the blue chests, to pull items in, and the red chest to push items back out into the network. And then the bots take care of the rest. And buffer supplies your person. Yes. If you ever see this thing kick in and try and make stuff, it's trying to make grenades apparently. This is something I made. This is called a make everything, which basically makes all of the sort of non-specific items in the game. It's something I made. Uses a lot of circuit network trickery. A lot of circuit network trickery. And what it does, it automatically maintains a consistent amount of items in the logistics network. Oop, off goes some nuclear fuel. What are we at? 3,200, actually doing it, apparently. Bye, rockets. Wonder what motivated purple packs. Interesting. Understood. Wonderful. Oh, well, she'll carry on. Keep placing more of this blueprint down. Now the concrete gets torn up, which I was doing earlier for no reason. The only other thing to keep in mind with the network is not to flood it with bots. More than about 10 to 13,000 bots in a network, and they stop, like, it becomes increasingly less efficient. I think it was about 13,000 was like the absolute hard limit for construction bots. Something like about 10,000. I'm rounding it off there a bit. For that's actually done. Also, I'm missing quite large gaps. Let's see, holes everywhere. Yeah, so I actually have, if I was to find a roboport, about 5,000 and 6,000, or 6,000 and 7,000 of logistics and construction. My network here is mainly used for construction more than logistics bots. The network as it is, if I turn on the overlay here, is actually too big. It really should be smaller. I shouldn't, in theory, have this entire set of track down here shouldn't even be on the network, and out here shouldn't be either. Because the bigger the network, the less efficient it is as well. Not floor? What is this game? This game is Factorio. Which it should be in the game category directory. Gotta deal with all these gaps. As I was just mumbling on about. I'll just collect some stuff and get on with it. I probably should do something about the train that I've been jamming up too. Oh, not with no inventory, I'm not going to be able to do much. Let's see now. Let's come back up here. A bit of that done. What do you do in this game? So this game is all about automation. And so when you first enter the game, you're described as you're just a lone weirdo, is the weirdo here, and you're given a basic mining drill, a furnace, and some starting materials. Similar vein to a game such as Minecraft in a way. But instead of mining and crafting, your end goal is to automate everything in this game so that you do as little work as physically possible. So all of the tedium of me laying down this concrete and this railway line is being done by construction bots for me. And so, like, when you start the game, you start out with, this basic mine. Well, not even a mining drill. You have to pick by hand, but then you get a mining drill which burns wood or coal, or any other fuel for that matter, to mine for you. And then that can insert into a furnace. Then you get inserters, which are these arms here, and these let you automatically transfer items so that you don't have to transfer items by hand. And then it progresses from there. And so all of these items in the game, you would start off handcrafting, but then you would make these assembly machines, which you would use to craft items, same items for you. How many hours do I have in this playthrough? It's approaching 1,000 hours. Yeah, 40 days, 19 hours. 979. It's actually actual playtime because there's so much on the map. It's not running in real time, so I have actually got a lot more hours on it than the actual measured game time. Because the measured game time is what's that, about 4/5? No, 4. My brain can't brain at the minute. Gonna show the base. Yep. So, well, this is the entire map. Here's the base here. Is there anything specific you want to see? Because this is a smelting. So iron smelting, iron comes in off of trains, gets turned into iron plate. Over here it gets turned into steel. Apparently not this one. There it is, steel. And way over here is copper. That copper and iron then gets turned into green circuits. Over here. There. That'll slow it down. That's why there's so many undergrounds. Yep, so green circuits. Most of those are moving pretty fast. What am I actually using? 148,000 per minute. Gallery resources? Yeah, surprisingly. A lot of it comes from the mining productivity. I'm going to have a stroke watching this. Yeah, that's the rocket ship of green circuits. That's 68 blue belts of green circuits, and the green circuit factories can actually supply it, although it's never actually reached that full speed before. Not sure why though. There's nothing stopping it. I think it's just an inefficiency somewhere. There's gaps in there. Red circuits. Processing units and speed modules. This thing might not be keeping up. 5,200, 5,000, yeah, it's not quite keeping up. Yeah, these are all the intermediates to produce science packs to make the mining productivity. So all of this, all it does is this here to increase the amount of resources I get per mining drill by 2%. There's the packs. So the base produces 3,200 packs, science packs per minute. Oh yeah, the soft end goal is to launch a rocket, but what you do, because it's just a creative, open sandboxy type game, there's nothing stopping you doing whatever the hell you really want within obvious preset parameters. There we go. Why is there a single empty belt on that splitter? It's because it doesn't carry 3 full belts. It's like 2 belts and a bit. Where are we? Yes, down here, down here, down here, down here. Where satellites tap off? There it is. That's where satellites taps off. It also feeds the base there. Oh yeah, it gets redone here anyway. Yeah, so that goes to the control units, and this goes to the... yeah, you're holding up this. What does launching a rocket do? Launching a rocket gives you 1,000 of these science packs. These white science packs called space science packs. So each rocket launch gives 1,000 packs, and so what I do is launch 8 rockets periodically to give me 8,000 science packs. What does it use the top splitter at all? Because this produces 5,620. Oh, you mean that one? Alright. It's supposed to attach to the missing row. You can actually see there's a lot of wonky belts here, because this is recently rebuilt. I actually rebuilt this in the off time. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of wonky... See, there's wonky belts everywhere. It needs to be tidied up. So you can launch multiple times. Yeah, there's no limit to how many rockets you can launch. As I say, like, well, 8 just went. But yeah, there's nothing stopping you from launching rockets. So it's just copied. No, the splitter was from the old build. I just haven't fixed it. Because these batteries have to move over to make room for the for the final row. As I say, this is underproducing slightly. So the old output came out here. It used to be just a straight row of beacons, but I fully surrounded it to make it even faster, speed it up more. But it made the build bigger, so it doesn't align with any of its old... See how all the green circuits are shifted as a result? It's a more modern build that uses my splitter stub strategy. Actually, that should go down there. It shouldn't go there. That's your answer. Yeah, so there's no limit. I've been launching rockets for over 2 years on this map. This map is 2 years over. 2 years old. Over 2 years old. It's like March 2016, this map. Time to read all the belts again? Yes. There's a reason why I'm not anywhere near it. Because if I stay away from it, then I don't need to worry about it. I need to empty out some of this brick. Like so. Yep, so this base can launch just over 3 rockets every minute. Seems like of micromanaging. Well, that's the interesting thing about this game is that because it's all about automation. There's it tries to eliminate the micromanaging, if anything, which I know sounds kind of contradictory. Do I have solar? I do. Down there and up there. It's not nearly enough to supply the base, but it's a little bit of something extra. Is an option to release? No, but I might make it a thing. But I've always considered decoration up to the end user. Or at least in the past. Now, what's that train actually do? It's only an oil train. Can live without an oil train. This one isn't even drained. Speaking of oil trains. Yeah, I'd say that it's not so much the micromanagement, like having to do all the tedious little things. It's more sort of the fundamental things, like trying to find more raw resources. And trying to make stuff that you have run properly. And rebuilding oil. Aha, bots come back. Whee! There we go, all shiny. Would you look at that? Tiles. It's interesting how that one diagonal works. Do calculation. Oh yeah, I got nuclear power going on. Quite a lot of it. 7.1. I shouldn't use that much. Because I think most of the base, like half the base, uses that much. So I can get rid of all these holes. Let's try again. So it's still got holes in it. Let's try up here. Think that's okay. Just don't want to have the gaps and all the weirdness of the concrete going on. Concentration intensifies. And that's why I keep the track in the blueprint for when I accidentally misclick. Should be nearing the end. There it is. Alright, where's that train at? They must be fine, they can fend for themselves. is... I suppose it's also a game of avoiding dealing with problems. A critical shortage of iron. So to make more iron smelting and steel smelting. Yes, go place that. Charge. The recharge. Already have 7.9k steam power. Yeah. I think the nuclear is like 35 gigawatts. Maximum, that is. I really wish I wasn't on this track. That wasn't on the limit of the bot range. That's better. It's too bad I'm upsetting another train now, which is probably more important. Yes, that is a very important train, actually. That train keeps the power going. As you can see, it's very keen to go. Vomit all of the stone brick. It's time to do it by hand. Oh, maybe I won't do it by hand. Yeah, I'll do some of it by hand, and not make a complete disaster of it. Oh, hello train. Now this bit I can do, it's fairly easy. There we go. Stupid decorating, this is madness. Maybe a little bit. It's riveting entertainment, isn't it? That's why I've been putting it off. Go play Crash Site Factorio? What's that? Out of curiosity. So a map or specific map or something? Never mind. Mining bots wears out the pickaxe too. If you're ever curious. I was hoping there was no train coming because I couldn't see under the... if a train was coming under all the alerts. That's a wall. It's a map, high spawn rate, things are falling everywhere. Go collect. Interesting. As long as it isn't retardedly stupid. I have to look into it. As in, like a Minecraft modded experience. Kind of stupid. GregTech's insane. Oh, the dude that made GregTech is insane. Roboport wagons? Yeah. Or a vehicle grid which had where you could put roboports into the train loco. Aha. Train. So lubricant train, probably looking for revenge for me tying it up earlier. Whee. Another train. I should look into some of the vehicle grid mods. Technically, like, I'm trying to keep away from steering too far away into modded territory on this map, but at the same time, like, vehicle grids are part of basic game. Train. I started walking towards it. Could have been dangerous. Came out in 15, but some remade for 16. Ribbon World. It's hard to find good maps. And I've seen some interesting, loosely interesting ones. There's actually a super hostile map too, which is kind of interesting. But it's easy to break and get ahead in it. I was going to play it, but then I did a test run of it just to see how it ran, or if it ran, and then I basically instantly beat it. Kind of like that? Okay. Just do a cheeky bit of stone brick there. What's that? There we go, got the hazard down. Oop. Before we go. There we go. Oh, more. Always more. It's rotated. It is too. How do I deal with that? I feel like that's one of the things I'd like to deal with by ignoring. Now, if I just... Yep. Yep. I think I'm safe. Yeah, it's all good. Just sneaky little stone brick of fire, that. and this. Oh, all out. Alright, back home. Rip hopes and dreams. It's looking good otherwise. I'm quite happy with that. You just need the hazard, not the hazard concrete, the refined concrete. And to fix the refined concrete, I'm sure Future Me Problem will address that issue in a wholly and completely. Not begrudgingly and lazily. Empty das train. Low density. It's run out of, yeah, it's short on iron ore for steel again. It's an ongoing issue that this map has, is short on iron. Pretty well, getting pretty close to have mined all of the iron out on the map. I might have to go up there too. Do I belt mine it as well? Gotta watch for pollution. Because you know, pollution's a thing. It happens. I have to liberate this area too, again. This was all liberated back in version 12. It's so blobby. Seems like a traffic distance issue. Yeah, I really want to get rid of everything that's around here, all the resources. Admittedly, mining productivity is not helping the case. But the sooner I don't need to mine out here, the sooner I can deal with the traffic problems. Because I could then have all of the iron ore trains move along this line here. Wonder if I could do that already. Like, give them dedicated lanes. Which one makes more power? Nuclear, by a long way. Solar's a very small contributor. Yeah, so that's 3.5 out of the 14 needed. Or 18 actually. 18 to 20. What's the production at? 3k. I've seen it go up to 25 before. If you really get it going. I need to redo this for UPS though. Why is that not running? Ah, production packs. Which will be furnaces, which will be steel. Oh, I'm starting to fall asleep. Yeah, steel. There's a lot of little problems forming. The other thing is I really need to make these trains like 12 or 16 wagons long. They're a bit short for what they're trying to do now. And fix this too. The lead up to the copper's too short. Made it to 40%, then stopped. That's a good sign. It's been stuck on 30% for the better part of like 2 weeks. Yeah, these jamming everything up's not helping. Trains are sort of, I hate to say it, but future me problem too. I haven't been down here in a while, to the Dingadonga counter. Said last night he's done with that map. Ah, defeated. New playthrough then? Let's go down there. It's been a while. These trains aren't likely to move anywhere anytime soon. Whee! Speed legs. Yeah, lots of tracks. What's the number of the last mean? They, how many trains have crossed? Total number of trains that have crossed each of those tracks. Oh yeah, you won't be able to hear the dingadongas because the sound's broken. Dingalings. Yeah, so that one, 47,000 trains, 478 trains have gone there. 70,000 trains have gone through there. 42,000. 48,000. 37,000. 18. In theory, that should be pretty well balanced. Each pair. So 41. 28. See, 28 means something's wrong with the 4-lane, the pairs of lanes. Like here, 98 was one of the ones I was pointing out earlier. And then 47 because I had the lane swapper. How does it count them? Each time a train goes through this count trigger signal, it increments a memory. So each one of these memories keeps track of each track. It's been counting since version 13. Way back when it was only 4 tracks. That's why the top 2 and the bottom 2 were so much higher. Yeah, this one's 98,000. 47,000. That one's 70,000. You see, everyone's using the top track, not the bottom track. Yeah, so every time this signal transitions red, it outputs a virtual signal associated to it. So that one's E. And so that goes through this circuit here, which turns it into a pulse. If I see it. And that pulse then gets fed into here. I'm trying to see if I can spot this thing actually triggering. What is this thing triggered by? I. F's a frequent one. I see the output flickered. And that's just a pulsar. Mining prod phone, even with wheels, stupid RSO, each patch of ore might be useful. Yeah, mine's similar, but that's because of the generator at the time. So actually mostly 6 million, 3 to 6 million patches. But the mining productivity and the fact that I just have more of them compensates for it, because I'm still using patches I explored in version 12. But I'm really hurting for iron. Yeah, it's like that one, that one. If I'm sneaky, I can grab those two. That's 4. And then that's it. Like, actually, that is it. I have to start, after those 4, I have to, well, after those 2, I have to start expanding territory to get more iron. It's a rather interesting circle there. It's almost like someone dropped a nuke in there, but I didn't. Maybe in there. To outposting. Yeah, it means generating new chunks. Just being lazy. I just haven't needed to, because there's been so many resource patches that don't need to, essentially. That's getting awful busy. Oh well. Anyway, it's about time I left it there, because I need to get to bed.